Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. I wanted to cover an update on the positions that I initiated. As expected, we had a lot of market weakness, and let's just take a look at that real quick. So the last update was, about a week ago, 8 days ago. And prior to that date, even I was saying that market weakness was likely because we had higher highs on the S&P 500. We were getting lower highs on our RSI, relative strength index, suggesting, flashing a caution sign, beware, a change of trend is coming, and we're going to get a downdraft, and that's what we got. So I just wanted to touch on that again. I want to keep these short and sweet. I think we have another, Monday, maybe we open down and eventually uh get to an oversold position. I'm looking for the RSI to get down around 30, which is where we've seen previous lows, even if it's just a bounce or if it's something more substantial. So I don't think we're quite there yet. We are oversold, but not quite to the level that I would like to see to turn bullish on things. Also, you can see we're breaking below our cluster of moving averages. I expect, again, I don't expect anything, but it would not surprise me to see the market down on Monday and see these moving averages be pulled together into our moving average convergence, our rainbow convergence. And that would give me a good time to turn bullish on the market and see a test of that convergence and then see where we're going. So I'll try to keep you up to date on that. So again, I'm expecting a little bit more weakness. It doesn't have to happen, but we're getting close. We're getting close to a low, at least a tradable rally. So here's our cannabis, US cannabis ETF, MSOS. And you can see we're still holding our bullish trend line. We're still above our stop, barely. Couple of the last time on the update, I said I wouldn't be surprised to see a test of that stop and our bullish trend line. That's exactly what happened. We do have a bearish engulfing pattern here where the red bar, God, where the red bar is totally engulfing the white body of the previous week. So, maybe we see a little bit more downside here short term, or maybe early Monday, and then see the index rally and regain control of that. So again, we want to look for daily closes below our stop. Let's just take a quick look. Here's the daily, and you can see again a big down morning would pull this cluster of moving averages together and would give us an opportunity to test that convergence. And I would be a buyer when that happens. Would it get all the way down here and fill that gap? I don't know. Uh, but right now we're holding our bullish trend line. We got our stop here. If we close the day clearly below our stop level, I'm going to sell, and I can always get back into this ETF. So just because I get stopped out doesn't mean I won't try to get back into this. So sometimes you have to do that. And so we're going to hang in there right now, and we'll see what happens on Monday. Copper looks great. Again, we're looking for much higher prices. We're looking for 32 on the copper ETF CPER. Friday, last week, we had a little bit of a bearish candle. This is called a shooting star in Japanese candlestick terms. And The body, that small body is where the market basically opened and closed for the week. And the intraday, intra-week spike was what happened during the week. So this is kind of a bearish candle. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more pullback. Oops, I'm sorry. But it doesn't have to happen. Anyway, this looks great. We're still got our stop down here at 23.5. And so copper looks great. China. So here we are. This is a big picture of China. So again, it would not surprise me, and again, I can change my opinion on this, but it would not surprise me to see the upper boundary of this huge, gigantic symmetrical triangle that is about 25 years long being tested, and that would be just a huge, huge move for the Shanghai index. But we're not worried about all that right now. But again, the reason why I want to be involved in this is because I think the long-term potential is really, really big. So we're going to take a look at this small development down here. And here you can see our bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. And on a short-term basis, our price projection is 27.5. You can see we're way above our stop still. I'd like to see prices hold here because it looks like there's a consolidation going on here for the last month in a symmetrical triangle, a very small one. But we'd like to see prices push higher from here. But again, this chart is fine, no changes. And let's go forward. Bitcoin. So I thought it was really interesting that I didn't have a lot of views on Bitcoin, and it's kind of refreshing actually. Uh, YouTube has some tools that tell you what people want to see and yada yada yada. Anyway, this is big picture Bitcoin. And you can see we have a huge negative divergence, just gigantic. It looks like the S&P 500 actually. And at some point, that's going to matter, and prices could really go down hard. But we're going to look at this little tiny bit up here. And here's what we got. This is a 2-hour chart. Each bar on here represents 2 hours. So a very short-term chart, 4 or 5 weeks long. Oh, let's see, that would be, I don't know, about 6 weeks long. And again, we're in a triangle formation. Here's our stop, going back to the recommendation. You can see on Friday we had a bullish hammer, kind of the opposite of the shooting star we saw in copper, where prices opened here intraday, intra-week. I'm sorry, intraday went intra 2 hours went down and then came back up into the close to form a showing you that there were buyers at those levels, giving it some support. And you can see where our stop is. If you haven't bought this position and you're considering it, I would like to see, because of market weakness and liquidity issues, when the market goes down, I would like to see Bitcoin close. I do have a position, but I'd like to see prices close above this confluence or rainbow convergence up here at about 61. Just to give it, I'm willing to give up some of the upside to have a little bit of safety and have a little bit of momentum that gets us above the immediate resistance level, if that makes sense. So Bitcoin, if you don't own, if you own it, great, just hold on to it. I'm looking at this stop level still, and if you haven't and you're considering it, I would like to see a rise above this confluence of moving averages, maybe at 61 or $62. Utilities. So really nothing's changed here. We're still, pattern's still intact. We still have a confluence of moving averages here. uh, we have a bullish rainbow convergence where prices are coming back towards that convergence. It's above the convergence, different than what we just saw on Bitcoin. So again, it could still, here's our stop. It's still intact. You know, it's struggling a little bit with interest rates going up, and this is interest rate sensitive. But again, we're going to pay attention to our chart, and uh, it was down less in the market on the week. So in that regard, it was not too devastating. We're going to take a look at Southern Company, and again, same situation. We got our stop intact, and we're still looking for much higher prices. And thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Have a great rest of your weekend. I wanted to touch base, give you my take on things after such a kind of a big down week. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye bye.